Hey guys, I'm getting ready to start a new project, which is going to be replace the radiator. I'm going to get rid of the copper/brass radiator, which is starting to leak a little bit, even though it's only 5 years old. And I'm going to install instead a new 3-core aluminum radiator by Champion. It's supposed to be a direct fit, but we'll find out soon enough. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so far I removed the air cleaner assembly, the whole thing, all the way down to the snorkel. And I already started removing these brackets up front here. And I still have to remove these two. So that is next. And after that, I think I'm going to start marking around the hood so I know exactly where it was before, so I can line it up properly when I put it all back together. I just have to find someone to give me a hand to remove this thing, because this is, I don't know, I'm gonna guess about 120, 130 pounds, maybe a little more, I don't know. But anyway, that's where I'm at so far. It's gonna be pretty hard to film, but anyway, I'm gonna try to stay away from the camera. What I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm using this type of a pen, and actually I really like these. These are long enough so they allow you to reach these kind of hard to reach areas. And I'll also mark this one here, although I probably need to do that, but it's the one for to keep the hood up. So anyway, you can see those lines. Once I remove the hood and then I start tightening everything, I can bring them up to the brackets up to those lines and pretty much be done as far as the alignment goes. Just a little insurance. Okay, so I have all the brackets off, all 4 of them, and I also removed the fan. I have everything kind of organized here. Makes my life a lot easier when I'm ready to put it all back together. And the reason I took the clutch off of the fan is because I ordered the AC Delco unit. I'm starting really to not to trust these aftermarket things. So I'm going to this extent to do all this. I'm not gonna try to save a few bucks by installing something that may not be right. So that's the only reason why. Okay, so I'm using this extension pole, you know, the kind used for painting and stuff like that. And I'm using that to prop the hood for the time being, because I went ahead and disconnected this thingy here, kind of like a hinge. So I'm gonna tuck that in there, it's out of the way. And this allows me to keep on loosening these, the hinge, the hood hinge nuts, or bolts rather. Talked to my neighbor, and I recruited him to come a little later today and give me a hand. I think we both can handle this hood without trouble. just, you gotta put your shoulder into it, grab it from down here from the edge so you kind of control it, and then gently get it out of the way. And I have my little operating table over here, and what we'll do is we'll set it here, and it'll be out of harm's way, and that'll give me plenty of room to continue with my project. Also gonna do a couple of things in here, clean it up and whatnot. But yeah, this is great. I'm sure most people have these, you know, when you're using a roller or something, you need an extension pole, and these things are pretty cheap. You can get them at Lowe's, Home Depot, any place like that, Ace. So anyway, the fun continues. Okay, so what I did here is I broke all the bolts free, and then I tightened this one. By the way, these are 1/2 inch. And then I removed the bottom one. Again, this is still propped up by that pole. The hinge is out of the way. And then I did the same thing here, where broke them free first, and then I tightened this one, and now this one is out of there. So again, what this is going to allow me to do is, once my neighbor comes here, we're going to just hold it in place, and I'm going to loosen these 2 bolts, and then we can just carefully get it out of here. So what I'm doing here is, in order to protect these edges, I folded over a piece of paper towel, and I added some masking tape to keep it in place. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this other side here, because the gap is pretty tight here. So I can it's just a little added insurance, I think. And you know, if it works, great. I just don't want to chip either side, either the hood or the fender paint here. So I think that's just, like I said, a little bit of a insurance policy there. Well, the hood is off, and I totally forgot to set up the camera to film that step. Hey guys, got my new aluminum radiator today. Very nicely packaged. So I'm going to take it out of the box to have a good look at it. Got it here super fast. So let's get it out of the box. And there it is. I think it's beautiful. Super light. Everything seems to be, look at those welds, they're just gorgeous. All the outlet, the inlet seem to be pointing in the right direction. Of course, these are the connections for the automatic transmission, which I do not have. Comes with its own cap, and bottom here there's that little wing nut petcock to drain the radiator. I'm gonna have to see if this one actually fits next to the to that bracket under there. The the one that I have right now does not. But yeah, this is super nice. And I don't know the exact weight, but it's probably, I don't know, 20, 25 pounds? I don't know. I have to look into that. But anyway, Very exciting stuff. Before I forget, this is the part number. Again, it's a Champion aluminum 3-row radiator, part number CC478B. As far as my car goes, it's pretty much ready, so I can remove the old radiator. I have to throw it back on the quake jacks and loosen the core support. There are 3 bolts on each edge. You can see one right there. There's another one down there, and then one at the very bottom. There's 2 big bolts at the very bottom that I have to also loosen and try to get this, either remove, if possible, the shroud, disconnect this end of the upper hose and then the bottom end of the lower hose, and drain all the fluids, of course, and then get this old one out of there. So stay tuned for more. Alrighty, I was gonna go get some lunch, but I decided to go ahead and at least get the coolant out of the radiator. So that is done. And next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start loosening the bolts in here. Let me see if I can turn on the flash for that. That's better. So you see up here we have 1, 2, and then there's if I can focus in here, find it. There's the bottom one, which is all the way back here. And then you have 3 more on the other side. And of course you want to give yourself a little room, just steer the wheels to be able to get in there. But anyway, so that's next, and then I'm gonna go under the car and loosen the 2 big bolts that secure the bottom of the core support. Remove the, I think there's a ground down there as well. So a little progress. Okay, I'm under the car. I have to loosen these 2 bolts are attached to the secure the core support. Then you have 2 nuts at the very end here for the shroud. Mine, I had a ground connected to it. Yours is going to be in a different location probably, but so I'm going to remove these from here. The side, the 3 on each side, they're out. So that's all I have to do, I believe, from down here. I really hope I don't have to remove this this bar, because that's more stuff than I really want to do, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Then I have to disconnect the lower hose from here, push it out of the neck, and we'll see how it goes from there. Oh, and also there's this little bar that goes to the nose of the car. You have to remove it, the nut from here, and also there's, I believe, a bolt up on the top. So that's it so far. Hey guys, as you can see, radiator is out, and so is the shroud in one piece. Let me tell you, not the best work I've done. I mean, I really wrestled this thing out of there. I am not happy about having to do that, but when you're alone, and I should have investigated this a little better. I even had to remove that the water neck there. Otherwise that shroud wasn't coming out. And I'm not proud of the things that I've done, but you know, there's a couple things that I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think the headlamp actuators, it would be a good idea to have those out, and I may do that for installing the new radiator, because that would give you a little more room. As you can see, these have been kind of dented before, so nothing new there, but I think not having those there would be a tremendous benefit, because then you can really push this out of the way. Order a new seal for the bottom and whatever else I need. The side seals are fairly new and they're in good shape. They're both there. So, but yeah, I spent several hours, you know, kind of trying to remove the thing from one side to the other. I mean, it was pretty frustrating. I was able to disconnect the hose since I recently installed that one. So it's again, nothing is easy when it comes to these cars. So I'll see if I can do it from the top when I install the new one. I want to be careful with that one. I don't want to damage the vanes or anything like that. But anyway, I just want to give you a little update. I'm pretty beat. I was gonna go and, you know, I drained the fluid and the coolant, and I was gonna go have lunch, and then, you know, I don't even know what time it is, like 7 p.m. I've been nonstop. I thought, well, let me try to get out of here. Next thing you know, it's like 7 p.m. or whatever, 6 p.m. So I'm gonna call it a day and start again tomorrow. I was cleaning a little bit here, and the support actually kind of fell back all by itself, which is great because this gives me plenty of room to remove the actuators. I think I'm gonna do that because, as you can see, there's a couple spots where these things kind of push against the vanes, and they don't do any damage as long as they don't affect the tubes. But still, I don't want the vanes to get all screwed up like that. So with this, it's more work, but so what? I'm gonna remove the actuators, and then when the time comes to put the new one in, I'm gonna have a little more room to push this whole assembly forward, and hopefully install everything without much of a struggle. I still have to install that guy over there, the shroud, and of course the new radiator. And what I'm gonna do for that, I'm gonna cut a couple pieces of the cardboard box where it came in, and I'm gonna just kind of shield it, because again, I want to protect the vanes as much as I can. So that's the latest update.